Yo everyone, as the title of the video suggests, I'm going to go through with you who I believe to be the #1 most exciting fighter in every single UFC division, and as you can see, we're going to be starting off with Joshua Van in the flyweight division, and he's very quickly becoming one of my newest favorite fighters to watch in the UFC, and he should be yours too. The dude has an extremely fan-friendly style, guys. He literally has the highest significant strikes landed per minute stat in the UFC, throwing 8.2 significant strikes a minute. You never have to worry about this guy not throwing punches at all. I've loved watching every single one of his fights so far. Absolute bangers and wars he's putting on, win or lose. And he is only just getting started, guys. He's improving from fight to fight. The dude is only 23 years old. The sky's the limit with this kid. And to add on top of all of this, guys, the dude, whether it's smart decision making or not, has literally put on an absolute insane performance around 3 weeks ago against Bruno Silva and is turning around to fight again against Brandon Royval, which is literally insane. But that's what makes this guy the most must-watch flyweight on the roster right now. In my personal opinion, I believe sooner or later, this guy will be a UFC champion, and I will put that statement out there right now. Joshua Van is my pick for the flyweight division, guys. And also, I've got some honorable mentions with Alexandre Pantoja and Hyun-Sung Park, and I wouldn't be mad either if you wanted to swap one of those or two of those for like someone else, maybe Manel Kape for Alexandre Pantoja, but it does all come down to your personal preference. Moving on now to the bantamweight division, we've got someone that maybe not everyone has seen too much of. Vinicius Oliveira is my pick for the most exciting fighter at bantamweight, and I actually don't even think it's really that close. This guy's so unorthodox, he's so dangerous, he has highlight reel finishes coming from every single different angle you can think of, and he's arguably got the KO of the year in 2024 against Bernardo Sopage with an absolutely insane, disgusting flying knee KO. The guy literally throws Rabona leg kicks in his fights, and it works well for him, which is, it's beyond insanity at this point. When I saw it in combination against Ricky Simone, I just knew this guy was going to be superstar material with his fight style. Incredibly dangerous, incredibly fun to watch, and a tough matchup for anyone in the weight class. Vinicius Oliveira is your most exciting fighter at bantamweight. Honorable mentions for me include Petr Yan and Sean O'Malley. Song Yadong would also have been expected from people, I reckon. I like all of those guys' fight styles, and I don't miss any of their fights. Moving on to the featherweight division, and as much as I love Volk and his technical masterclasses, in terms of raw excitement in the octagon, Gene Silva brings it all day long by a long shot. He's literally an animal of a dude, fighting or not, barking all the time non-stop. He's a character inside and outside the cage. He's extremely technical for a dangerous and powerful striker in the division. He's currently got 16 wins with 15 by finish, 12 by KO, and similar to Joshua Van, he's also taken fights on short notice, upper weight class as well. He beat Charles Jourdain by KO, and then 2 weeks later, only literally 2 weeks later, upper weight class, he beat Drew Dober in a vicious beatdown. He's currently matched up against Diego Lopez, I believe, and that's a banger of a matchup, 100%. I'm keen for that, but I believe he beats Diego Lopez without issue, and then he will beat Volkanovski as well if he fights him. I know that might be crazy to say, but Volk is not in his prime anymore, guys, and Gene Silva is extremely dangerous. I can't say anything else. He just submitted Bryce Mitchell, guys. He's crazy everywhere. Honorable mentions for me include Diego Lopez, of course, and Kevin Vallejos. But let me know who your pick is for featherweight and the rest of these weight classes in the comments below, guys. I'd like to see. Now moving on to the lightweight division, and I know, guys, calm down. I know you can see Ilia Topuria here. I knew people might be upset because Ilia just moved to the lightweight division, and now all of a sudden, he's the most exciting lightweight fighter. But the thing is, guys, he doesn't plan to move back down. He's permanently a lightweight now, and when you think about the most exciting fights to make in the weight class, Ilia is in all of them because he's an insane draw and because of all the insane performances that he puts on that almost always end in a finish. He has fought in the lightweight division before, and the last time he did, he gave us one of the KOs of the year against Jai Herbert in 2022, and the guy's an absolute demon in the cage, guys. I don't care what anyone says, you cannot miss an Ilia Topuria fight, even when he's knocking out all my favorite fighters back to back. We will have to see how he actually does against Charles tomorrow, come fight night. Honorable mentions, I do have Charles Oliveira and Mauricio Ruffy, but the lightweight division is so incredibly stacked with exciting fighters. You could interchange this with literally anyone, maybe Gaethje, Poirier, maybe a Chandler if you guys want. I understand, I don't care. Now to move on to the welterweight division for me, It's our new champion, Jack Della Maddalena. He's just too fun to watch to go to work at this point, extremely entertaining, but also extremely dangerous and technical all around. It's not just in his striking, which is his specialty. And also, guys, people call Bilal Muhammad boring all the time. I hear it every day. And this guy made Bilal fight an extremely entertaining fight, and that's how good this guy is. He forces you into uncomfortable exchanges and to fight his fight. He doesn't stop hunting you for finishes in his fights, so you never know how they're going to end, and people end up desperately trying to take him down, because if you leave this guy on the feet for too long, you pretty much guarantee a loss for yourself. JDM is the most entertaining fighter at welterweight for me. Honorable mentions include Carlos Prates and Islam Makhachev for me, but I'm sure there are other fighters people would like to include, like maybe a Shavkat Rakhmonov, or someone maybe I'm forgetting, but that's it for welterweight for me, guys. And now that we're moved on to middleweight, I don't even think, if I'm being honest, it's close in the middleweight division. I think Khamzat deserves the title of most exciting fighter in the middleweight division above pretty much everyone else by far. The guy literally cannot be stopped in the first round. Everyone knows what he wants to do. He wants to take you down, but he is just that good, just that explosive, that dominant in the grappling, and there is literally no way you can stop it. No one's been able to stop it. He might be the most dominant grappler we've ever seen in the history of the sport, above Khabib, above everyone I've ever seen. And I'm not saying he's a better fighter than those guys, but purely from his mix of raw strength, his talent, and technique, I think he's the most dominant we've ever seen. And if that wasn't enough to convince you guys, Khamzat made a name for himself by destroying fighters and having quick turnarounds. Like in 2020, he fought 3 times in 2 months, which is just insanity in this day and age. And that moment was really the catalyst for his name becoming synonymous with exciting fighters. Honorable mentions for me include Bruno Ferreira and Mansour Abdul Malik, and I'm sure people aren't going to be happy with those mentions, but you can interchange them with any other fighters. I don't really give a shit, guys. Put DDP there if you want. I'm not going to argue with whoever you change. Honorable mentions is 100% interchangeable depending on who you are. That's it for the middleweight division, guys. And the light heavyweight division is next, and I want zero disputes. Literally zero disputes on who is the most exciting fighter at the light heavyweight division, because it's a pure fact that it's Jiri Prochazka. And I'm sure not many people would disagree, but I'm just putting a warning for those complainers out there right now. Jiri might be the pound for pound most exciting fighter on the roster for me. He is my favorite fighter in the UFC. In my heart, I have Max Holloway and him like maybe tied for first, but he is slowly overtaking Max over the years. I love Jiri Prochazka. He won the belt with the Fight of the Year winner for 2021 to 2022, I believe. And that fight, I made a full video on that fight called The Greatest Fight of All Time. You should go check that video out, guys. I'll put a link to it here. But that fight was the best fight I've ever seen, hands down. Insane moments every round, little to no downtime, constant reversals. It was just literally unbelievable. Jiri's been getting highlight reel finishes and performances in his entire career. It's literally hard to pick just one at this point. His most iconic one is probably the spinning elbow against Dominic Reyes, but man, every Jiri finish is a highlight, guys. Regardless of his losses to Pereira, win or lose, Jiri is must-see TV, and I'm tuning in every single time. Honorable mentions, I have Alex Pereira and Azamat Murzakanov. I could see arguments for other guys, but I think these guys are probably the best runners up here. And the last one on my list, at heavyweight, guys, we've got Tom Aspinall, and I think I speak for all of us when I say that I am truly happy to finally be able to call this guy the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world. He deserves it. John Jones should have been stripped a while ago for stalling, knowing he wouldn't fight. It was very ridiculous. I was really annoyed, but back to the video here, guys. I'm getting a little sidetracked there. I don't think you could pick anyone else for the most exciting heavyweight when you know that Tom's average fight time is 2 minutes and 2 seconds. He literally is a highlight reel finishing machine. He's finished every single opponent he's ever versed in the UFC, and only one of those guys, Alexander Volkov, made it out of the first round, and he got finished in the second. You cannot miss a Tom Aspinall fight, and when you watch him, guys, make sure you don't blink or you'll miss it. That's it, guys. I've covered who I believe to be the most exciting fighters in every single weight class in the UFC. Let me know if you agree or disagree with some of these picks in the comments below. I'll get to see if I agree or disagree with some of your takes here, so it'll be a bit of fun for me. Thanks for watching, and see you guys next time.